Hey guys, I'm Tiffany Larson and I'm going to explain to you how I do the sketch for my comic pages. So the first thing I do is I have this little sketch that I do, usually on lined paper, mostly with just the text I'm going to have. I don't do a lot of drawing on it. And then I have this whole page already drawn out, and I just change the page number every time I do a page. So if you guys want me to show you how I do this like template, just let me know, because I need to do a new one because I want this one to be a little longer, so I can do it from scratch for you guys. But anyway, so I just take my little template, and going by the thumbnail I had drawn, I just erase all of the lines that I don't need for this particular page. And as I already said, I changed the page number. I do want to apologize for my voice and the weirdness of it. I am sick, but anyway, this takes a minute. I do have all the different parts on different layers so that I can change things and not affect everything. All the lines have a layer, and then the words have a layer, and then the sketch will have a layer, and then each color has a layer, and then there's some light colors and stuff later. So I just filled in the space on the same layer as the lines with white, or your choice of color. Some of my comics aren't white. And then I know in my head what I want the pictures to look like because I've already done the thumbnail. And so all I have to do is just sketch it out. And my style is, or at least my comic style has been the same for a while, so I don't have to spend a lot of time making like skeleton type things of the characters. I'm sorry, I keep having to clear my throat. So I don't know if you noticed, but when I do the little circles for the heads, I do copy and paste those circles to all the characters that are going to be in that page, in that panel, in that little square, so that all their heads end up the same size. Because otherwise I end up with all their heads being different random sizes, and it doesn't really make any sense to me. So anyway, I also have a lot of references, like this. That was a picture that I had drawn of the floor plan of the bedrooms in this Terrathane place where this comic takes place. And they're kind of weird, and it had been a while since I'd seen it, so I went ahead and opened it to make sure that I make the rooms be the same shape and such. Anyway, so there's the two characters talking in front, and then this one boy asleep in a very strange position in back. He's a very strange boy. And anyway, everybody, artists will understand this, but a lot of people don't, that I get teased a lot by like family and friends because I draw all my characters initially nude, because it's easier to make the clothes and their body shapes look natural if you start with them looking nude. So you'll notice that I do that a lot. I do a lot of copy and pasting. Here in a second you'll see me copy and paste like a lot. And I move things around. And I undo a lot. If you do, I believe it's Alt Backspace in pretty much every program, it will, well, on a PC, I do not know about a Mac, it will undo what you've previously done. The first couple times it's really annoying to do that, but once you do it a couple of times, it's the fastest way to fix a mistake. So I use that a lot. So you'll see things I just did disappear without me going up and pushing the undo button. But it just speeds everything up. So, yeah, and I copy and pasted Little Saint there 4 times because he's not moving he's sleeping. He's looking the same in each picture, so there's no point in drawing him multiple times. He'll look a little bit, because I don't copy and paste the line art, he actually will look slightly different in each picture, and so it won't look completely static like you would expect. Let's see. I don't really have that much to say. Oh, my brush I'm using is about, let's see. I think this one is 10 wide and then 70, either 50 or 75% occupancy. I cannot say words. Occupancy? I cannot say words. Anyway, like, I like to be able to see through it. I do not sketch in like opaque lines. I always use kind of translucent lines for sketching. And this is another thing I do. Like, I needed that boy to look the other way, so I used the same outside line and just redrew his ears and stuff. Like, I use a lot of little tricks to make the drawing happen a lot faster. I don't know where that was, where it all disappeared, but... Oh, here's me trying to redo Saint's hair, and then I decide I'm just gonna leave it. I do that a lot, too. You gotta make a lot of decisions. It's weird how many decisions you make when you're doing this. And I like to draw the backgrounds in the same layer. Like, some people do the backgrounds on the same layer. I do the whole sketch just on one layer, so that, well, I think it ends up on two. I think I did the clothes on a separate layer because I wasn't sure if I was going to keep the same clothes or sorry, if I was going to keep those clothes, because I actually designed them while drawing this because I just wanted them to have some jammies. So, and I'm not super good with that terrified expression, so I do it a lot. That's a trick to becoming a really good artist. Not that I'm really good or anything, but just if you're bad at something, do it a lot. Don't avoid it. Like, do it more because you're terrible at it. And I also just opened another file to see this other character. His name is Cohen. I couldn't remember exactly what his hair looked like, so I opened a file so that I could know what his hair was going to look like. And I'm just putting on all their hairs. I don't usually do a lot of hair in the original sketch. I like to add it like I am doing with these characters later. The only reason I did Saints is because I was going to copy and paste him 5 times. So I went ahead and did his hair ahead of time. I was just checking how long the pony was supposed to be. But yeah, they're so cute. I really like the characters in this comic. And there is a link below to this webcomic at the beginning of the web. It took me about 2 to 3 years to get this far in the webcomic, so in the beginning of the comic, you'll be able to tell that I was not nearly as good of an artist as I am now. So it's kind of interesting. I've thought about redoing the beginning pages, but then I kind of just like it being a time capsule like that. It's kind of cute. Me just putting on their clothes. I'm kind of jumping around. And you'll notice I do a lot of wrinkling and stuff with my clothes, which makes them look a little bit more real. Anyway, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or comments, just let me know. I'd be glad to answer questions. I will be doing one soon of me coloring this particular page. So bye. Thanks.